Hey Brian and Sarah, thought I'd make a video for you guys for the fence. So this concrete here is all going to come out. You can see we've already cut the concrete right here, and that is equal with the fence down there. So you can see straight down. All this concrete here is going to come out, and then we have to rebuild this curb right here, which is something we hadn't initially anticipated. And then the new curb, you can see we're going to go, that's going to be cut right here, and then we cut the concrete right over here, and that is the new driveway, which will come right down the middle. So here's going to be the driveway, and our angles here are going to be a little bit tricky because we can't make it overly steep. We're kind of limited at how steep we can actually make it, so we got to sort of figure that out. Here's kind of another view here. In the front of the house here, this is where we maybe put landscape, but all that concrete's going to be gone, so the whole front of the ADU here can be landscaped, and there's a pretty good view of it. All this concrete here now is going to come out, you know, right basically up to the step. So you know, get our angles right, we may end up having to put a step in here. It might be too steep for us, but we'll figure that part out. Anyway, the subject here is really the fence, and you can see that the fence, where it's placed, if you put it here kind of at the, you know, at the edge of where we go down into the basement, then the primary residence really has a very small backyard over here, you can kind of see, and then the ADU, assuming the fence stays there, would have a very large backyard, kind of disproportionate right here. You can see this would basically be huge. Now, it kind of makes sense a little bit, but maybe not that much. So here's kind of your view. There's that big old tree over there, and we might have to go down the center of that tree with the fence. What if you put the fence just really at the corner of the ADU, or even in a little bit? We're gonna have a rain barrel over here where the big white pipe is. You're gonna have a rain barrel. So that rain barrel could actually go on the house side if you put, maybe if you put the fence like just right to here on the wall, as opposed to over here. There's gonna be a rain barrel right down in there. So, you know, you could decide which side of the fence you want it on. So if you wanted to make the backyard a little bit bigger for the primary residence, then, you know, you might move this fence back a little bit this way. And then so then, you know, what becomes logical for the parking spot? Maybe it should just go with the primary residence. And the reason I say that is that they've got access right here from this door. It'd be really quite convenient for them to come out and be able to hop into a car here. This is very much the back side of the ADU, and if they don't really have access from the backyard, then the only way that the ADU is really going to access this spot would be to walk up here, and then we'd have to put some pavers or something, or some stepping stones, in order to get back over here to the fence. Fence should be done tomorrow, by the way. Now, the parking for the ADU itself, you know, would be probably on the street, because there's just always parking here. And if you think about how easy it would be just to park your car right here in front of the ADU, there's going to be two spots basically open all the time, and then they just walk in, you know, to the front door. So if they parked here and they parked here, or you can see, you know, we're in the middle of the day, but you guys know this better than I do, but there's just a ton of spots over here. And then the tenants right now, you know, for the primary residence, having that one dedicated spot would be a nice upgrade because it's so easy to get in from the back door, and the way that they park right now is kind of a little bit schlocky. It's you can see the cars right here. You know, I mean, it's not perfect, I guess. You know, it's right in front of the house, so it's convenient, but you know, not really perfect. Anyway, there's a little video for you, give you some food for thought on, you know, really what to do with the fence, I guess, is really the key component. And then, you know, who would get the parking spot. Now you've still got the electric charger, the electric outlet here, you know, on the side of the ADU. So I guess that's a vote sort of for the ADU. Here's the electrical, that's for the EV, electric vehicle. So they certainly, but the thing about it is that it's close enough here to the front of the house that, you know, if they wanted to park, you know, I guess maybe even on the street, or I don't know if we could design this so that somebody could pull their car kind of up here and then get close to the EV. So I don't know, there's a decision needs to be made, and there's lots of information on, you know, what's actually going on. But hopefully you like the video and it kind of helps make a decision. So sure looking different than it did before, huh? Just keep shooting more for you so you can kind of see. There's the ADU, and then there's your old house. And you know, the dynamics are just so different without the garage being there, and this distance between the houses is now 10 feet, whereas it used to be really big. That's it.